Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be reviewing the brand new Soft Matte Powder Foundation from Fenty Beauty. So I literally saw maybe a couple days ago that this came out, and I legit sprinted to Sephora to go get it because I needed to try it. I'm so excited to rip this open, so I'm not gonna bore you guys too much with an intro. Before I get into showing you guys how it looks and giving you some opinions, please make sure to give this a thumbs up for me and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me if you do, so thank you so much. But if you want to see my review of the new powder foundation from Fenty Beauty, then stay tuned for the rest of the video. So first things first, I want to just read up on some facts about the foundation, like what it's all about, to give you guys the 411. But on the front of this little box, it just says the title, blah, blah, blah. It says that it's 0.3 ounces, so less than what you would typically get in like a liquid foundation. Usually the liquid comes in like a 1 ounce bottle. It says that this is a soft matte, so it is a matte finish, which is fine with me. I'm a changed woman, kind of like matte nowadays. But I got this in the shade 360N, so I believe it's just called neutral, like just flat out neutral. This matched the closest to like my skin when it's tan, so that's what I got. It says that it's a medium to full coverage for all, light as air, flawless filter effect, which who does not want that? That sounds amazing. That's all it says on here, but I pulled it up on Sephora just to go over some more stuff that it might not say on there. So basically it goes for $36, so pretty standard for a foundation. It's definitely standard for the Fenty Beauty foundations. That's, I think, how much all of them are. So nothing new there. The only thing is that this comes in 0.36 or 32 ounces, which is less than the other two, but it's a powder, so maybe you don't use as much as you would with a liquid. We'll see. Basically for the description on Sephora, it just says light as air powder, blah, 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 medium coverage, matte finish, pressed powder formulation. It says it's free of parabens and phthalates. It's also vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. Who doesn't love that? Those are great things to hear. And it also says this powder delivers a non-cakey blurred finish with no flashback. Amazing. The buildable light to full coverage formula loves to be layered without settling into fine lines or clogging the look of pores. It's also sweat, humidity, and crease resistant, plus it has a chic portable compact. We will see about that. That all sounds really fun and amazing, but we will see if it lives up to that. And then for the how to use section, it says to prime. So I'm just gonna use my Fenty primer. And use the included sponge to build your desired coverage for a flawless blurred finish. I think I'm gonna use the sponge on one side and then I'll use like a brush on the other side just to see, because I know a lot of us like to use brushes and or beauty blenders for foundation, so we'll see. It also says the looser the blush, the lighter the coverage. That's really interesting. I think I'm gonna do it my regular way and just do one side with the brush, and then I wanna do one side with the little sponge that this comes with, just so you guys can pick and choose what you like more. Maybe you like this, maybe you like that. We will see. But I'm gonna open this up. I also love the colors of Fenty Beauty. Like, I love the whole black, white, light pink thing. I'm obsessed. And this, tell me this is not the cutest little compact you've ever seen. Guys, I was struggling so hard at Sephora when I was buying this because, so this is brand new, so they have it set up on a display, and the way that they set these up was they set them up like this, like laying upright like this, but they had them all in a row right next to each other. And I'm not even kidding, every single time I went to go pick up one of the compacts to see what the shade looks like, and then when I would try to put it back down, it would fall over and then it would knock over every other shade in a row. So I probably spent like 15-20 minutes at Sephora just like picking the things back up so that they would look nice on the display again, because I didn't want to just leave them knocked over like that. But every single time I would pick up another shade, the same exact thing would happen. Or if I just moved my hand the wrong way, it would just knock everything over. So I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm literally gonna be here all night. So I finally found the shade that I think matched me, and that was 360 Neutral. So pray for me, I hope this matches my skin. But yeah, there's a little funny story for you. That was like a little nightmare of today, but it was funny, so what can I do? So basically, when you open this up, it looks like this. Whoop. So it has a little mirror on top. It's a really good mirror too, I'll say that right off the bat. And then the powder itself is right here, looks like this, and it has like an FB ingrained in there. Nice. When you open up the bottom, it also has a little mirror, but I feel like this mirror is a little more zoomed. Maybe not. And then you have this little sponge at the bottom too. The sponge just feels like an average sponge, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to prime my face really quick, and then we're just gonna get started on applying. And then I want to apply some other makeup on top to see how it sits on top of everything. So let me just prime and we will get into it. I'm all primed, I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna do my left side with the little sponge, and then I'm doing my right side with my good old Sigma flat kabuki brush, because that's usually what I apply foundation with. So we'll see what looks better. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm probably going to use, if I like this foundation, I'm probably gonna always use this with it either way, because this sponge is so strange to me, but we're gonna try it for the sake of the video. So let me just pull my hair back, get that out of the way. Sorry, I'm trying to like show off my cute outfit at the same time. So I'm just, I guess, like rubbing it into here like this. And I'm just gonna start applying to my forehead. Whoa, this is dark. I'm thinking I may have messed up on the color match just a little bit. Just a little heads up, it's a lot darker on your skin than it is in here, so let's just make it work. Wow. Okay, so this sponge is a definite hell no from me. That was the worst foundation application I've ever had in my life with this. So beware, I would not use this, I would not recommend it. But when I did the kabuki brush, I feel like it actually gave me a pretty good application. I don't think it's perfect, to be totally honest with you, and I definitely grabbed the wrong shade. Like, I tried to make it work as well as I could, and I feel like it does match pretty well now. Like, my hands are pretty close to what my face is. It still is a little dark, so I'll have to exchange it if I end up liking it. But as far as the kabuki brush goes, it definitely gave a much smoother application. It was a lot easier to blend, a lot easier to work with, and it didn't make me look as splotchy. Like, this sponge made me look so splotchy, it scared me. Like, I was like, what is going on my face right now? Like, that was just not cute. Not cute. I don't think it's bad, but I definitely wouldn't say it's crease free. Like, in areas where I tend to get creased up a little bit more, I feel like it's still doing pretty much the same thing. Like, around my forehead, I get these like wrinkles and it's settling into those a bit. And then in my smile lines too, it is creasing a little bit, but I'm not really disappointed, to be honest, because that happens with every foundation that I use. So it's not too much different. The only thing I will say that I'm not a huge fan of with this foundation is I feel like it may be just a little bit like uneven, like when you're trying to blend it out. I don't know how well you can tell, but like right here there's a little spot that's like lighter than the rest, and up here. So that's just bothering me a little bit, but everything else looks really nice actually. It's not accentuating my pores, it's not making me look crazy. I think I just picked the wrong shade and that's like my biggest issue, but you can't really test things at Sephora with everything going on in the world, so it was kind of hard. Give me a break. But I'm going to apply some other makeup, see how some other products sit on top, and I will be right back to give you guys some more thoughts and opinions. So let's see what happens. I am back. Obviously looking a lot better than before, and I'm actually really relieved because after I put on the rest of my makeup, I feel like it really fixed things, because I did like how the foundation looked and I like how it felt, but it was just looking a little bit uneven, and it was kind of throwing me off because nobody wants their makeup, especially their foundation, to look like splotchy and crazy. But now that I've applied like my concealer, all my powders, everything, I feel like now it's really even and really pretty. It is still a tiny bit dark, but I feel like the other products that I put on kind of fixed it, and it's doable. When I have a darker self-tan on, which I normally do, I feel like it's gonna look a lot better and it'll probably match a lot better. So maybe I'll exchange it, maybe I won't, we'll see. But as far as like first impressions go, the first thing I noticed when I touched my face was how smooth this is. It's super like buttery smooth, and your fingers just like glide across your skin. Like it doesn't feel sticky or gross like some liquid foundations can. So I really liked that about it. Another thing that really impressed me about this was that under my eyes specifically, it didn't get cakey and gross, which happens a lot of times with foundations under my eyes, but this one makes my under eyes look really smooth and nice. So that I was super shocked and happy about. Of course, with like around my forehead and then around my smile lines, it is a little bit like it settled into my lines, but again, that normally happens to me with foundations, so I'm not too surprised there. I really liked how other products sat on top of this, like especially with my powder products. It was so easy to blend everything in and to apply. Like I feel like all of my other products were going on even more buttery smooth than normal because of the foundation. So I really liked it. Overall, I think it is a really good foundation. This, though, I'm throwing in the garbage like right away because this was just terrible. Like I'm sure you guys saw the look on my face when I swiped it across my forehead the first time, because that was just insane. Like I've never had that experience with a foundation before. I literally was like, what the hell is on my face right now? Like this is not cute. But when I applied with the kabuki brush, that was like a whole other story. It was a lot easier to blend out. It was a lot smoother of a process. So that just goes to show how much of a difference like a tool can make, like a brush versus this thing. It's a huge difference. It's like a world of a difference. So if you're asking me if my opinion matters to you, I would not use this. You could try it just for shits if you're at home and you're not going anywhere, or you're not taking any pictures. If you really want to test this out and see how it looks, be my guest. But if this is the first time you're trying this foundation and you just happen to be going somewhere, please don't use this. I'm begging you, please use a brush, use anything, just don't use this, please. It's really bad, like really bad, and I barely was able to like fix the mess it made on my forehead. The only thing I will say, like even when I was using my brush, I feel like since this is a powder, it maybe just went on like a little tiny bit more patchy than all of my liquid foundations do. Like I'm not saying it is patchy, like especially on my cheeks, I feel like it looks really even and really like flawless and beautiful. But specifically on my forehead, even on this side where I use the kabuki brush, I feel like there's like tiny little spots on my forehead where it's kind of splotchy. I don't know if the camera is picking it up at all, but when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I can definitely notice it. So I'm hoping that the camera is showing that to you guys too. So that's just one thing that I didn't really like about the foundation. I feel like it didn't do anything too special for my pores. Like I wouldn't say it filled my pores in better than any other foundation. Like I feel like I could still use a pore filling primer before using this just so that it does a better job of hiding my pores. But I don't think it was bad in any way either. Like it didn't accentuate anything on my face, I wouldn't say. So that's a plus side. I will say too that the coverage is definitely medium. I wouldn't say it's a full coverage. Like I still could have spot concealed a few little blemishes on me after applying this. And I felt like after I was going in like a couple layers into my face, it was starting to look a teensy bit cakey. That's just my opinion though. So I wouldn't necessarily like keep layering this and layering it and layering it. Like I think for me personally, I would stick to like one layer, maybe 2 layers. And then if you still have any blemishes, maybe just spot conceal those, just because it was starting to get a little tiny teensy bit on the cakier side. Nothing terrible, nothing crazy, but I could tell that it was going in that direction, so I stopped. And I feel like it turned out really, really nice, just like with the amount that I applied on my face. Like, as I was using this, I wasn't just like I was doing this. Like, I was going like this to get the product, and if I felt like that wasn't enough, I'd kind of do like a quick little swirl, but I didn't want to like pack it in there because then it definitely would have looked cakey on my face. But that's just like my recommendation for if you are using a brush to dip it in there. I would just like pat, 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 rub, 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 pat, 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 rub, rub, rub. And I think that should be good, but don't overdo it. Like a little goes a long way with this stuff, I feel like. So don't like swirl your brush in there like a crazy person and then expect it to like go on your face flawless. It will literally look cakey if you do that, so please don't. But overall, I feel like I was expecting this to be like really, really out of this world amazing because I kept hearing really good things about it. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed because I'm not. I think this is a really good foundation. I definitely wouldn't say it's one of my favorites though. Like there's definitely some things that I noticed about it that I didn't like, but there are a lot of things about it that I did like too. So I guess it just really depends on you and what your skin type is, how your skin reacts to foundations, especially powder ones. So for me personally, I do feel like I'm gonna wear this again because I definitely like the look it's giving me, especially like I said around my cheeks, and it's making my nose look really nice, which is shocking. So overall, I do think it's really good. Not my favorite. I probably wouldn't repurchase this, to be totally honest, but since I have it, I am gonna use it because I like it. If you wanna go out and try it, I say it's worth a try, honestly. Just be careful with the amount you're applying. That's all I have to say. But overall, a pretty good one. Good job to Fenty Beauty. I'm excited to keep playing with this and try out different techniques to see what works best for me. But that's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think this is my first video of 2021. So Happy New Year, guys. So exciting. Happy January. 2021 is gonna be our year, you guys. I already know it. But that's all I have for today. If you liked this video, make sure to comment, share with your friends, give this a huge thumbs up for me, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video.